Hi, Earth Signs. This is going to be your reading for the first 2 weeks of April. I want to let you all know that I was going to try and do this live again because you guys seem to like it, but YouTube isn't putting out my live videos. A lot of people have been telling me that they're not getting the notifications and they can't even find my live videos when I go live. So I'm going to do this the old way that I was doing it, and I'm going to separate you guys all through the signs. So this is going to be for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have any of those elements in any of those placements, and this reading could be for you, please remember, be advised that until this whole uncertainty is over and the economy gets back on, I have discounted all of my recorded tarot readings on my website. So if you were looking for a tarot reading, now would be the time to get one, because I've never put them on sale before, and I've got them on sale now, $20 off the regular price. So you can head on over to my website if you're interested in getting one of those. What else? Anything else? Just don't give your power away to a reading, okay? This is just for guidance, insight, and if something really resonates with you and you'd like your own personal, we can take a look deep and get a deeper read for you. If something doesn't resonate with you, just discard it, okay? And of course, if something is really resonating with you but the outcome is not what you want, know that that is now showing you how to change it, okay? How to take different actions in your current timeline to go into a timeline that is more supportive. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into your reading and find out what's in store for Earth signs. Okay, so I'm going to be going into my Queen of the Moon Oracle here to just get a read on some of the more governing energies for Earth signs for the first 2 weeks of April. What are some of the governing energies over this reading? Got, yeah, no shit, sovereignty. Okay, so there's one. So definitely there could be something here about really reclaiming your power. You may have been giving your power away to a situation, to a person, and really working hard now to reclaim that back. And then we have change and will. Wow, those are two really cool cards to come out with sovereignty. So Earth signs, you are going, obviously we're all going through major changes. It's unprecedented times. But in your personal situation, okay, when it comes to you, there are some changes here that are requiring quite a bit of willpower on your part to either participate in or accept and surrender to. Okay, and it has something to do with your own personal sovereignty. All right, so let's put those up there, and let's go into my fairy oracle and find out if we can just get a little bit more of a deeper read on this, a little bit more information on what all these changes are and how I'm feeling like there's this need to really dig deep within you to finally change something. Something that has either not been in alignment with you or hasn't felt really good to you in the past. Something that I also get the sense that you've also been contemplating over it for quite some time, but you just haven't taken any action on it. So let's see what else comes through for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, first 2 weeks of April. Wow. Oh, here we go. Rar. So this card talks a lot about pure potential. It also talks about the importance of understanding that it energizes whatever it comes into contact with. So if your thought process is more from a fear-based negative place where you are acting more out of fear and anxiety, that's what it's going to energize. It also will, so on the flip side, if you're moving more into hope and courage, determination, willpower to change something, it will energize you. So what I'm picking up right now is that this is a really good time. There's some sort of energy or force around you that is going to complement whatever you're feeling. So be very aware of that. So if you're not in a good place, you really want to be mindful to get yourself out of that. But I'll go into that card just a little bit more. Let's just see if we can get one more card here. And then, okay. And then we have a collective of pixies, okay, which really kind of talks about, it talks about the collective. It talks about doing things in groups, not being alone, which is obviously very counter intuitive to what we're all going through right now. But at the same time, it's not, because you can still connect with people. People are now connecting more than ever through social distancing. I think it's quite an interesting paradox that people are now having phone calls with loved ones, friends, family, more than they ever would. People are meeting up online. And so let's take a look into this. We'll go into the Pixies one first. So it's about duty and willingness. Look at that coming up right beside the will card. There is a sense of duty here that you're starting to finally feel. But with the sovereignty card coming up, it's also duty to self. Okay, and it's a willingness. Joyful participation and virtue are your key words here with the collective of Pixies. What is needed here is not only an awareness of duty, but a merry approach to it. So again, this speaks to that RAR card of understanding that we're in such a potent time right now, energetically. So whatever you're going to do, just make sure you're in the right frequency, you're in the right emotion that's productive and helpful to you, because it just feels like that potency is amplified right now. Let's see here. There is something about this lighthearted approach to your duty that is important at this time in order to achieve the results you want. So yeah, and of course, one of the things I've been talking about a lot is trying to see the blessings around us right now, as opposed to connecting with all the fear porn that's out there. And I think it's really important to be mindful of your own spiritual hygiene. And when I say that, it's about like, what are you putting out there? What are you contributing to? This situation may take more than one person, perhaps several, working together to achieve desired results. I feel too like, I talked about this on my live call that I just did on Thursday night, about the importance of personal boundaries, and how when you have a virus kind of coming up and this impending doom of perhaps contracting the virus or having it invade your body, it's also bringing up this feeling of not feeling safe for a lot of people, because they don't want to get it. And then also understanding, like, what boundaries am I allowing people to cross? What boundaries am I allowing people to take over? So when we take that kind of metaphor of the virus and apply it to our lives, there's a part there where collectively I think we need to work on respecting one another's boundaries, not crossing them when they've been put in place, and understanding the importance of that, because there's a lot coming up to be revealed that relates to that. So let's go into the tarot. Actually, no, wait. Let me go into RAR. So yeah, RAR is a wild energy, pure potential. This card encourages you to be especially attentive to what you are doing with your energy and intentions. take advantage of the energy right now to do that. I feel like this is a really good time that if you are trying to work on projects with other people, that this is there's actually a lot of momentum that you can ride here to come together, just because everyone's so available and everyone's awareness is a lot more present because they're not being pulled into work duties and things like that. So people are a little bit more present, I've been noticing, in their day-to-day. Sorry. So, yeah, when you encounter the raw, breathe slowly, center, earth yourself, and be clear about your objectives, and then go for them. So just ground yourself. And earth signs, you're very good at grounding. So ground yourself, take some deep breaths, and really just center your energy if you ever get pulled into something that's not exactly helpful to you. Okay, so let's go into the tarot here and find out what messages we have for earth signs. Getting a little bit more specific here into what's in store for the first 2 weeks of April. Oh, you got the Four of Wands that just flipped out. So this talks about, to me, you know, the Four of Wands upright talks about happy home life, celebrating things like that, perhaps events like weddings and births and anything related to that. But it also talks about commitments and contracts. And when it comes up in reverse, that often talks to me about contracts getting broken. And there could be some contracts that you may need to break with people around you who may have been imposing themselves upon you past boundaries that you may have set, or perhaps you've been allowing that to happen and it's time to renew a new contract with yourself. This also to me talks about, it's a four, so fours represent stability. And of course, this is talking about how I do get a sense that the influx of instability is now causing people to take a deeper look at where their stability lies, where they want to create more stability, that sort of stuff. So Four of Wands in reverse. Needing to make some changes, break some contracts. Ones that are more supportive to you. Okay, what else do we have for earth signs? Ooh, yeah. Five of Wands, fallen right under the change card. Oh yeah, this is chaos. This is the change, the hard change that none of us like to have, but it's what is the stimulus for things that, it's a stimulus for finally getting us out of the issues that we're so afraid to get ourselves out of. So you likely are feeling or seeing some sort of conflict or chaos beyond the obvious of what's in our world right now. That may be impacting you as well, but on a personal level, okay, because remember, everything that happens on the macro is a reflection of what's happening on the micro. And there's definitely something stirring up within you, earth signs. It's really stirring up within you, and if there's a conflict in there, it's not agreeing with you anymore. That's why you need to break a contract here. That's why this change card is coming in. But it's also, I get the sense though that this is it's obviously for the better. It's a stimulus that I think has been needed for a long time, because perhaps I'm just getting the sense that you weren't taking the action needed to initiate what needs to be initiated. And now like there's a fire lit under your butt. And I think that's what's going to be driving some forward movement here for you, earth signs. What other information do we have here? Some details for earth signs. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. the Hermit in reverse talks about coming out of solitude. It talks about, it's okay, no, it does. But okay, so what I'm getting is that there's definitely some heartache and heartbreak here. Something very painful has occurred for you earth signs, whoever this is really resonating for. Feeling like, in a way, I'm getting the word betrayal coming in. You may have betrayed yourself. Oftentimes when betrayal shows up in our outside world, if someone perhaps betraying us, it's a reflection of the fact that we may have betraying our own personal needs, our own sovereignty, our own boundaries. And I'm just getting this sense of the Hermit being in reverse, that up until this point, there's been a resistance to actually going within to discover the actual real roots of this, is what I'm getting, or signs. Okay, so definitely some heavier energy, but at the same time, I feel like, although this energy is heavy, I'm feeling like for you earth signs, you're coming out of it. Okay, like there's some sort of stimulus here for betterment, is what I'm getting. Okay, what other messages? Yeah, okay, Eight of Pentacles. It's time to do the work. It's time to really put your head down, to finally focus on what needs to be focused here. Perhaps it's just yourself. Perhaps it's a project that you've been putting off, and now like you finally are going to put it into action. In any case, when the Eight of Coins comes up, it's about dedication and determination to completely put your full self into it. And it's time to do that. It's really time to do that. That's coming through very clearly for me, for you earth signs. I just want to say I love doing these readings for you guys. Like I get such joy doing this. And my wish is for all of you that you take action where your joy is, even if it, and know that I used to be really scared to do this. Okay. This is like so scared that I would give you guys like wrong information. And it was, of course, something that all intuitives go through, every single one of us. But getting past it has allowed me to really access the joy that I feel when I do this for you. Like it really raises my vibration. I just hope that many of you are finding right now something that's allows you to participate in, that takes your vibration into soaring heights, that allows you to, connect with other people and make a difference in whatever way, you choose to. So, what other messages do we have here for our signs? Oh, okay. Wow. Lots of cards just flew out here. Let me just see. The first two that came out were the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords upright. So Five of Pentacles in reverse. Healing from unworthiness, healing from lack consciousness, not having what you believe you could have. And the reason why this Two of Swords here is it represents a stalemate. It represents a pause. There was a need for you to pause and do some of this healing. If you haven't already, pause and look into the healing, because not allowing that healing to come through has been part of the stalemate as well. There was something that was not being seen, something that you were missing. And now with the healing, it's allowing you to finally see things and put more into action. And then we have, wow, you guys have you have 3 5 cards. Talk about like massive change. Earth signs, you're going through something big right now, but it's transformative because look what we've got. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. So this is about finally laying down the sword. Okay. When the Five of Swords comes up, it's about, sometimes it can be read as like wanting to give up and but I'm not picking that. I'm getting more of like a surrender to what is good. Surrender to what you've been resisting, but the resistance has actually not been helpful to you. So with the Nine of Cups coming up and then the Three of Pentacles tells me that you're finally going to be, you're putting down the sword so you can finally have your wish fulfillment, that you can finally connect with what is in your heart, what your deep desires that come from a higher vibrational energy, not desires of like the lower vibration, like higher desire vibration. And you have the Three of Pentacles next to it, which talks about building strong foundations with others. Okay, usually it's not about building foundations just on yourself. So talking about with this collective pixies that it's falling under, like there's something here where you're finally getting the determination and willpower to build something here, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's on a project, a business, something is coming alive within you in the first 2 weeks of April, and it's starting to birth now, and it has to do with your own personal sovereignty, about understanding that you are ultimately the ruler over yourself. Okay, it's your own dominion, okay, of whatever you want to create here. And you're finally going to surrender to the change. You're going to finally surrender. And as you surrender, there's also going to be this merging of people and ideas coming in for you that's going to be helpful and allowing you to create more momentum behind the willpower to take part of this change. So, like I said, it's a heavy and burdensome energy, but it also has a lot of light that comes because of it. So Earth signs, that's my reading for you. I hope it was really helpful. Remember, if you want your own reading, all of the tarot readings are on sale right now on my website. And I just bless you all during these uncertain times. I'm going to continue to do lives. If you want to get notified on all those, I will be notifying of all my lives through my newsletter. So you won't at least miss it. You'll get the newsletter there. And that's it. So Earth signs, love you so much. And I'll catch you all real soon.